Dust settles on my shadow. Dust settles, I don't move. Morning finds me where I stood. Same old coat, same old wood. Time walks past, don't say a word, like it's keeping what it heard. I learned early not to chase what refuses to be faced. If you stand still long enough, truth comes back covered in dust. I don't run, I don't hide, I just stay in time it stays. Dust settles on my shadow while the world keeps moving fast. Dust settles on my shadow, proof I stay, proof I lasted. Dust settles on my shadow, I don't need to be loud. Dust settles on my shadow, I'm still here, still proud. Men chase light until it burns, I let silence do the work. Every step I didn't take saved me more than all my breaks. Names fade out, faces too, but weight remembers what is true. Every lie the wind once carried falls back down when it gets weary. I don't shout, I don't beg, I let dust settle in. Dust settles on my shadow like a verdict, calm and slow. Dust settles on my shadow, says I am what I chose. Dust settles on my shadow when the noise turns into past. Dust settles on my shadow, it means I stood and didn't crack. Dust doesn't rush, it waits. It doesn't erase you, it measures how long you stay. If your shadow's still there, you weren't afraid of the sun. They thought dust meant I was done, left behind, outshine, outrun. But dust only finds the ground that refuses to back down. You don't settle dust on ghosts, only men who hold their post. What they mistook for decline was discipline. Dust settles on my shadow. sign. Dust settles on my shadow, means I stood outside of time. Dust settles on my shadow, no excuse, no alibi. Dust settles on my shadow, I didn't fade, I survived. Dust settles on my shadow. Still here. Let a chair final truth sit down slow, it's just you. Room smells like old decision, wood and smoke and supervision. No mirrors left to shift the blame, no crowd to chant my name. I didn't come to plead my case, I came to sit and hold my place. This chair remembers heavier men who lied louder back then. No threats, no fear, just breathe and drool. Leather chair, final truth, nothing left to misconstrue. Leather chair, final truth, face it all, no excuse. Leather chair, final truth, no applause, no dispute. Leather chair, final truth, this is where I don't refuse. Men talk fast when corners close, I slow down, let silence pose. Every lie needs room to run, truth just waits till talking's done. I've worn guilt like tailored black, learn which paths don't take you back. If there's a cost I couldn't dodge, I paid it here, no camouflage, no defense, no show, just the way I know. Leather chair, final truth, no one else to interview. Leather chair, final truth, I don't bargain with what's true. Leather chair, final truth, every scar accounted for. Leather chair, final truth, I don't need to say much more. Truth doesn't raise its voice, it doesn't threaten, it invites you to sit and see if you can stay. Most men stand up early, I stay. They thought the chair was punishment, a place for shame and sentiment. Didn't know the strongest proof is staying seated with the truth. I'm not innocent, not clean, just honest where I've been. The verdict's not a crown or scar, it's knowing who you are. Leather chair, final truth, no escape, no reroad. Leather chair, final truth, I remain when words run out. Leather chair, final truth, if this room remembers me. Leather chair, final truth, let it say I didn't flee. Leather chair, final truth, still seated.
It's rising, it's rising slow. The black river's rising, I was born where shadows drink, where words mean less than what you think. I learned early how to stand with empty hands and steady plans. They said time would wear me thin, didn't know I drank it in. Every loss I let it flow, now it feeds what's down below. I don't push, I don't fight, I just wait, I outlast. Here comes the rise of the Black River, slow and deep, it pulls you under. No applause, no loud thunder, just the rise of the Black River. It remembers every sinner, every king, every beggar. You can't stop it, you can't sever the rise of the Black River. Men shout loud when they feel small, I let silence build the wall, brick by brick, night by night. I don't rush, I get it right. Every lie I watch decay, every crown that slipped away, what they lost in flashing fire, I collected in the mud. I don't chase, I don't race. I let time know its place. Here comes the rise of the Black River, cold as truth, sharp as winter. No forgiveness, no deliver. Just the rise of the Black River. It carries names, it carries bones, broken vows and shattered thrones. From the roots to stone by stone rises the Black River. Rivers don't argue, they don't explain. They don't need permission to take back what was taken. If you feel it at your feet, it's already too late. They thought the river was revenge, a violent end, a bitter bend. But rivers rise to clean the land, not to kill but to command. I wasn't waiting to strike back, I was learning how to last. What they called my quiet years were the flood behind the back.
River turns the rise of the Black River, not in rage, not in anger. It outlives every tremor. Then a force that moves in silence. I don't rule, I don't deliver. I remain like the river. It's rising, still rising, and it remembers. I've seen men cry just to be heard. I learned silence sharpens words. My chest feels light, my spine feels thin, like something left, but nothing's in. The mirror knows what I won't say. It watched the weight just fade away. I stand upright, but inside me there's a room that echoes quietly. I don't scream to feel alive. I don't beg the past to stay. Some men sing to fill the cracks. I learned to walk with what I lack. Hollow bones don't sing, they just hold the frame. They don't ask for mercy, they don't curse the flame. I don't wear my emptiness like something to redeem. I stand steady in the silence, 'cause hollow bones don't sing. I've carried nights I couldn't name, where hope felt heavy, shame felt plain. I learned how to move without sound, when nothing solid's holding you down. Some men fill the space with lies. I let the quiet reorganize. What's missing doesn't always mean what's left behind was ever clean. I don't chase a voice to follow. I don't pray to feel complete. Some truths don't come as answers, they arrive as hollow beats. Hollow bones don't sing, they endure the weight. They don't glorify the hunger, they just learn to wait. I don't decorate my scars, I don't soften what they mean. I stay standing in the quiet, 'cause hollow bones don't sing. Not everything broken makes a sound. Some things collapse inward. Emptiness isn't weakness, it's what's left after you stop pretending. I didn't lose my voice, I chose not to waste it. That something vital had derailed. Empty space taught me control. It showed me where I place my soul. And nothing rattles when I stand. No loose parts in who I am. Turns out strength isn't what you bring, it's what remains when nothing sings. Hollow bones don't sing, but they never break. They don't crave the spotlights, they don't ask to wait. I don't feel the silence just to feel redeemed. I move clean through the quiet, 'cause hollow bones don't sing. They mistook my silence for something missing, but it was space strong enough to hold me together. Bones and old whiskey, bones and old whiskey. There's all that's left with me. Bars still open, souls have closed. Same old glass, same old ghost. Every face I used to know left me with a nod and smoke. Time sits heavy on this chair, like it's got nowhere to be. I don't drink to forget a thing, I drink to let it breathe. No confessions, no alibi, just another night passing by. Bones and old whiskey, that's the truth I keep. Bones and old whiskey, don't lie, don't weep. Bones and old whiskey, slow burn, slow sting. They don't save your life, but they help you live with it. Men my age don't talk too much, we let silence do the touch. Every laugh I couldn't say turned the lines across my face. Love came fast, left me slow, like a song I used to know. Still hum it when the room's too still, still feel it in the bill. No big stories, no parade, just the dues I already paid. Bones and old whiskey, heavy in my chest. Bones and old whiskey, know me at my best. Bones and old whiskey, no need to pretend. They don't fix a man, but they understand. Whiskey don't judge, it just listens. Bones don't lie, they remember. Some men pray, some men run. I just sit and let the night finish. I used to think this glass was pain. Turns out it's just time with a name. What I lost didn't disappear, it just learned to live in here. I'm not broken, not redeemed, just a man between his dreams. Still standing, still breathing, that's the wind if you believe it. Bones and old whiskey, nothing left to prove. Bones and old whiskey, still got nothing to lose. Bones and old whiskey, night fades slow. I don't need tomorrow, I survived today. That's all I know. Bones and old whiskey, still with me.
No ink, no witnesses, silence as a contract. No lawyers in the room tonight, just shadows learning how to write. I didn't shake no trembling hand, I stood still, and that was my stand. Every word they tried to sell fell apart when silence fell. I read the terms carved in my chest. No exit clause, no second guess. No applause, no demand, just a line in the cell. Silence signs the contract. No pain, no regret. Silence signs the contract. Every debt I accept. Silence signs
bow, every promise dressed in gold gets real thin when nights grow cold. I've seen deals made out of fear break apart when truth appears. So I waited calm and exact, let silence close the contract. No rush, no sound, just my name and my blood. Silence signs the contract with time and bone. Silence signs the contract. I walk alone. Silence signs the contract. No need to speak. Silence signs the contract. It chose me. Loud men negotiate, quiet men decide. Some sign with ambition, some sign with fear. I sign by staying. Thought my silence was delay. Thought I'd break or walk away. Didn't know the stillest hand writes the strongest final plan. The deal was never fame or throne. It was standing on my own. What they called my lack of fight was commitment called in might. Silence signs the contract. No need to defend. Silence signs the contract right to the end. Silence signs the contract no sound. Silence already signed. I didn't win. I endured. I didn't win. I endured. No banners hanging on the wall, no cheers when I stood tall. They crown the loud, they praise the fast. I learned how long a night can last. Every road I couldn't choose left me something I could use. When the easy exits closed, I stayed. Nobody knows. No medals, no proof, just brave and true. I didn't win, I endured every cut, every word. I endured, stayed intact, still assured. I endured, while the noise chased the cure. I endured, that's the strength they can't learn. Men celebrate a moment's flame. I carried weight without a name. They count success by what it shows. I count it by what never broke. I've been bent but never sold. I've been young, I've grown old. When the rules were built to bend, I stood still and that was then. No parade, no excuse, just time abused. I didn't win, I know. Pay the price not insured. Kept my light, never broke. I endure, no applause too obscure. I didn't win, can't survive the amour. Winning is life, endurance is love. Endurance only needs breath. They'll forget who won, they remember who stayed. They asked me why I never smiled, said I walked too long, too mild. Didn't know the finish line, moved every time I didn't die. Winning ends the moment it's claimed. Endurance keeps calling your name. What looks like nothing from afar is how you outlive who you are. I didn't win, I endured. No disguise, no deterrent. I endured. Stayed awake, stayed sure. I endured. Let the record be blurred. I endured. And I'm still here, unheard. I didn't win. I endured. Last call, no regrets. Last call, no regrets. Bartender wipes the same old stain. Clock don't bother saying my name. Neon hums like it's out of breath. Another round with what's left. I've chased gold, I've chased heat. I've learned when to stay in my seat. Every road I couldn't forget led me here. Last call, no regrets. No speeches, no defense, just a glass and consequence. Last call, no regrets. I paid my dues, I lost my bet. Last call, no regrets. I don't rewind what I said. Last call, no regrets. If this is it, I stand correct. Last call, no regrets. I lived it raw, I lived it real. Men like me don't ask for grace. We learn how to hold our place. Every love I couldn't keep taught me how to lose my sleep. I broke hearts, I broke plans. I shook the world with shaking hands. If I'm guilty, I confess. I still choose no regrets. No applause, no amends, just the truth at the end. Last call, no regrets. Every scar, every day. Last call, no regrets. I don't trade what I bled. Last call, no regrets. No clean slate, no reset. Last call, no regrets. This is mine, every step. Regret is for the life you didn't live, not for the mistakes that proved you did. Some men pray at last call, some men run. I just raise my glass and stay. With all I left, last call, no regrets, no more running, no more bets. Last call, no regrets. Night closes, so do I. Last call. No regrets. Time bleeds slow. Time bleeds slow. Not loud, not fast. Time bleeds slow. The night moves quiet on my skin. Every hour cuts within. No alarms, no warning signs, just the weight of borrowed time. I don't chase what left me cold, I just watch the minutes fold. Every second leaves a mark, like a blade that cuts the dark. I don't run, I don't know, I just feel. Time bleeds slow. Time bleeds slow. Every scar begins to show. Time bleeds slow. Time bleeds slow. That's the only truth I know. Time bleeds slow. No escape. Every choice seals its shape. Time bleeds slow. Time bleeds slow. I stay standing, I don't break. Men scream loud to feel alive. I let silence do the drive. I've seen hope turn into rust. I've seen faith dissolve to dust. Nothing heals the way they say. Pain just learns how to behave. Every loss I couldn't save taught my heart to calmly ache. I don't heal, I don't grow, I just breathe. Time bleeds slow. Time bleeds slow. In my chest, a quiet test. Time bleeds slow. No excuse. excuse, just the truth I can't refuse. Time bleeds slow, night by night, turns my wrongs into my sight. Time bleeds slow, time bleeds slow. I don't run, I hold the line. Time doesn't rush you, it waits until you're ready to feel everything you try to ignore. Fast lives break easy, slow pain lasts longer. That's how time wins. Say it low, let it sink into your bones. Time bleeds slow, always does, leaves you with what you become. Time bleeds slow, no disguise, every man pays in his time. Time bleeds slow, time bleeds slow, that's the rhythm of my life. I don't grin for heaven, I smile for what I've done. That's the smile of brimstone. I've seen angels dressed in gold, selling peace they never hold. I learned early, learned it hard. Truth don't need a greeting card. My smile stays calm, my eyes stay cold. I don't explain the debts I owe. Every choice I shook away left a mark I didn't fake. They ask me why I never prayed. I already paid my way. I don't beg, I don't run, I don't hide from what I've done. This is the smile of brimstone. Come on my face, fire in my bones. I don't flinch, I don't postpone. I stand alone with the word I own. Men laugh loud to mask the fear. I learned silence keeps it clear. Every deal I couldn't say taught my hands how to behave. I've burned bridges, I've burned names, still I walk through quiet flames. Not to punish, not to prove, just to see what I'd survive. Some call it dark, some call it wrong. I call it knowing all along. I don't kneel, I don't boast, I don't harm what I chose. This is the smile of brimstone, worn by men who stand alone. No applause, no undertone, just the truth I've overgrown. This is the smile of brimstone, earned by nights I walked alone. I don't trade it, I don't loan, I carry it down to the bone. Hell isn't fire, it's memory. It's knowing you do it again. If it meant surviving, I don't smile because I'm cruel. I smile because I'm still here. My smile meant victory, thought I escaped clean and free. But brimstone isn't joy or pride, it's the proof I didn't hide. That grin they feared, they misunderstood. It's not evil, it's understood. It says I know the cost I've paid, and I stayed anyway. This is the smile of brimstone, not a warning, not a threat, just a man who made his choices and remembers every debt. This is the smile of brimstone, quiet, steady, overgrown. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just live with what I've known. If you see me smiling in the dark, it's not because I'm on. It's because I stayed. An ashtray full of names, an ashtray full of Maine, still burning, just quieter. Yeah, flitting like it's time. Same old stool, same old fire. Every smoke curls up the same. Every drag of them names, I don't read them out loud anymore. They know why they're here for. Lips to glass, eyes to flame. Another night, another name. No apologies, no goodbyes, just ashes in my eyes. Ashtray full of names. I know the glaze. Ashtray full of names that won't stay away. Ashtray full of names I couldn't say. Ashtray full of names still call my name. Men like me don't cry in bars. We let smoke do all the scars. Every promise left unlived still burns down bit by bit. I've loved fast, I've loved wrong, loved things that don't belong. Every face I swore I'd forget still leaves a cigarette. No forgiveness, no blame, just fire, just names. Ashtray full of names, every flame a scar. Ashtray full of names, I know who they are. Ashtray full of names, I inhale the truth. Ashtray full of names, still taste of you. I don't miss the people, I miss who I was when they still believed I could be more. Smoke don't judge, it just fades like love, like name. I used to think these names were ghosts haunting me the most. Now I know they're proof I once had something to lose. An empty ashtray scares me more than one filled to the core. It means nothing ever burned, nothing loved, nothing learned. Ashtray full of names means I live through flame. Ashtray full of names means I tried not stay. Ashtray full of names I won't erase. Ashtray full of names I carry their weight. An ashtray full of names means I was alive. They said my name before they knew my face. I outlived my reputation. They caught my story in cheap ink, headlines loud but short to think. Every rumor had its day, every truth learned how to wait. I walked streets that echo lies, wore their version like a tie. Didn't fight what they created, I just lived calm, unshaken. Let them talk, let them guess. Time decides who's left. I outlived my reputation. While it burned, I stayed intact. I outlived my reputation. Let the noise collapse on facts. I outlived my reputation. Didn't chase a cleaner name. I outlived my reputation by remaining just the same. Men rewrite when they're afraid. Truth don't rush, it's self-made. I paid dues in silent nights while they fought for borrowed light. Every label tried to stick, slid off slow, then came unstuck. What survives the longest storm isn't talk, it's how you walk. No defense, no display. I let years have their say. I outlived my reputation. Every scar outlasted with shame. I outlived my reputation. They forgot I still remain. I outlived my reputation. Didn't beg to be redeemed. I outlived my reputation. Woke up stronger than it seemed. Reputations are rented, time is owned. They spin words like currency. I invested in days. Some men clean their image, some men are lazy. They thought alive on that defeat, that I crawled back incomplete. Didn't know the longest fight is waking up and living right. Reputation needs a crowd, character survives alone. What they called my darkest year was just me outlasting fear. I live my reputation, not by force, not by flame. I outlive my reputation by refusing to be changed. I outlive my reputation. Let the past explain itself. I outlive my reputation. Now I answer only to myself. Say my name, say it right. I'm still here. The night don't scream, it whispers wrong, like something buried for
too long. Walls breathe slow, the floorboard knows every secret I oppose. My hands are steady, but inside something shifts I can't outride. The dark remembers who I was before I learned to bite my tongue. I don't shake where others see, only shadows feel it in me. Some battles never leave a mark, they just wait inside the dark. This is a night tremor, a quiet quake beneath the skin. No sound breaks the surface, but everything's moving within. I don't run, I don't surrender, I just hold the line again. It's not fear that keeps me up, it's the things I didn't end. The clock stares back without a face. Time lost its voice in this place. Every thought walks barefoot slow across the years I can't let go. I learned how to sit with pain, how to smile while it remains. Some men drink to make it drown, I learned to let it settle down. I don't pray for peaceful sleep, I negotiate with what I keep. Some truths don't come in daylight, they arrive as night tremors. This is a night tremor, shaking bones I never showed. No collapse, no broken order, just a fault line running low. I don't beg for absolution, I don't ask to start again. I just live with the vibration of the man I've always been. Fear isn't loud, it's patient. It waits until you're alone and asks if you're strong enough to remember everything and still stay standing. I don't fear the shaking, I fear the day it starts. Tremor meant I'd break, that one more night was all it'd take. But every shake that held me tight taught me balance in the night. The ground didn't come apart, it taught me where my edges are. Turns out the calm I try to fake was forged inside the night's own quake. This is a night tremor, still beneath my steady tone. It doesn't rule me, doesn't own me, it just reminds me I'm not stone. I don't sleep through the shaking, I don't numb it with pretend. I stand calm above the fault line like a man my feet, but I move slow. And that's why I remain standing. Nothing left, nothing left that needs explaining. I said my words when words still mattered, back when nights were loose and scattered. I learned truth don't raise its voice, it waits until you make your choice. Every promise, every line found its end in passing time. What I owed I already paid in nights that didn't need a name. No defense, no reply, just a look in my eyes. Nothing left that needs explaining. I've been clear without a sound. Nothing left that needs explaining. I've been lost and I've been found. Nothing left that needs explaining. If you know, then you know. Nothing left that needs explaining. I don't owe the world my soul. Men talk loud to feel the line. I let silence draw the line. Every doubt I used to fight now sleeps better in the night. I don't chase misunderstood, I don't fix what never could. If you're listening for regret, you won't hear it, I'm past that. No confession, no display, just the truth, here to stay. Nothing left that needs explaining. I survived what shaped my name. Nothing left that needs explaining. I could rehearse my pain. Nothing left that needs explaining. No disguise, no defense. Nothing left that needs explaining. This is where the talking ends. Explanations are for the uncertain, for men still asking permission. When you've lived it long enough, your silence is everything.
is the proof I've already been there. You explain when you still doubt. You stay silent when it's worked out. What they call the end of fight is just peace earned over time. Nothing left that needs explaining. No excuse, no alibi. Nothing left that needs explaining. I've made peace with everyone. Nothing left that needs explaining. When the lights begin to fade, nothing left that needs explaining. I've said enough by what I stay. Nothing left that needs explaining.